Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. Today I sadly have a little bit of bad news. We finished rank 9 yesterday and we've been on a bit of a slide since then. So we're now rank 29. We have a lot of ground to make up, but let's go ahead and do this. Before I hit this ready button, I do want to say I did launch my Patreon channel. If you did enjoy the content and wanted to support the channel in other ways, definitely check out the link in the description below. Shout out to the current patrons. Okay, let's turn things around here. Look, it wouldn't be a journey if I just went straight to rank 1, right? There's ups and there's downs. There's valleys and mountains. Okay, anyways, let's take a look at this pack. Urgent Necropsy is a card I haven't played much, but it is a card that has a very high win rate. As an additional cost to cast the spell, collect evidence X, where X is the total mana value of permanents the spell targets. Destroy up to one target artifact, creature, enchantment, and or planeswalker. So I actually want to try this. Even playing this in a multicolored green deck on the splash, you're almost always going to be able to get one creature, but if you can ever get a clue or an enchantment, this card goes up a ton in value. Other cards to consider are the Loxodon Eavesdropper and Tin Street Gossip, which are fine, but I'm going to take the Mythic rare here because it's a Mythic rare, and Urgent Necropsy is certainly one of the sweet cards that I haven't tried out yet. So let's go ahead and try it. Oh, and now we have a choice. We have a choice between Archdruid's Charm and Glintweaver. Which one do I want between the two? That's actually interesting. They're both really, really good, and they're both really important cards in kind of a green-based, like a mid-range deck. I like both, but I'm not sure which one's better. Extract the Confession is the best black common, so that's also a decent removal spell. Archdruid's Charm, I think, is just more fun. And it's cheaper, so I'm going to take it. But I do love Glintweaver in these types of decks. But hey, starting out with seeing those packs is a good sign, though, because it does tell me that green hopefully will be open, because knowing that the person to our right passed us both of those cards, hopefully that's a sign that they're going to look to avoid passing green cards if whenever possible. This pack, we have a bunch of good commons that are not in our colors. There's a Shock and an Inside Source that are both decent options, but I don't think I want to take that. I think for me, it's between Leering Onlooker and the Vengeful Creeper. They're both good. The Onlooker is good if I want to be base black, but I really want to avoid that if possible. So it's either that or the Vengeful Creeper. And you know what? I'm actually just going to take... So I'm going to take the safe pick here. Look, I picked an Archdruid's Charm. I want to be green. I do like the Creeper. I don't necessarily want to start and lock myself into being kind of green-black based. So for that reason, I'm not taking the Leering Onlooker. That's definitely just a preference thing. And for me, just having an aversion to trying to be black earlier and taking the card that I know I'm generally happy playing in my green decks. Now we're going to take Coerce to Kill. Slam dunk pick. This card's phenomenal. Sultai midrange is a really, really strong archetype, so we can leave ourselves open to be green-black splash blue, green-blue splash black. All we know is we're base green. Crows and Tusker is also a really, really nice card. It's like a Topiary Panther in a way, right? It puts a big thing in your graveyard to also collect evidence and fix your mana, and in a lot of instances, I would take it, but here, Coerce to Kill is close to a bomb. I mean, it's close to a bomb. It's close to a bomb for an uncommon. Very, very happy to have it here. And now we're looking to pick up some mana fixing. We want to collect evidence because we have Urgent Necropsy. Topiary Panther is exactly what this type of deck wants. Slice from the Shadows is an okay removal spell. And I don't mind playing a copy or two of Gravestone Strider, particularly if my deck is very, very high in power level. But I do like the Panther in this type of deck. It just does exactly what you want, because it puts a big thing in the graveyard, it mana fixes you, and in the late game, it can also act as a win condition. So, man, this draft is looking really great. There's a Hedge Maze here for the splash on the Coerce to Kill, and as much as I like the Hedge Maze, for those of you who've seen my drafts, I'm also a big fan of the Tunnel Tipster. We have 0 2-mana plays right now, so really happy picking up Tunnel Tipster to help ramp us into some of our expensive cards, but a pity that we lose out on the Hedge Maze there, but Still really happy with Tunnel Tipster. And now we get an 7th pick, Get a Leg Up. This is a card that's still pretty underrated. It's definitely better in a go wide strategy, but it still lets you get tempo back that you lose. When, this deck tends to be a little bit more on the dirtly side, a little bit slower. And by using a 1-mana combat trick to win combat while still developing your board goes a really long way. And also reach randomly can go a long way. We're pretty high on spells right now, though, so we do need to make sure we pick up creatures. We have 2 creatures so far. I don't really count the Topiary Panther as a creature. So here, I'm going to take a Bubble Smuggler in case we end up being a blue-green deck. A base blue-green deck. It's a 2-drop if we end up being a base blue-green deck. I do think I like it more than the Jaded Analyst or the Pompous Gadabout. And Rakish Scoundrel I also don't really like. So take the Bubble Smuggler here, but we're not really sure if we're going to be green-black or green-blue. Mostly just green. Here, happy, very happy with the Gravestone Strider. Perfect for this type of deck. Hey, look, I'll take both. And I mean, I think my limit's probably 2. I don't think I want to play more than 2, but happy enough having the 2 copies of the Gravestone Strider here to go with the Tunnel Tipster to shore up the lower part of my curve and allow us to potentially splash more broken goodies later in the draft. I do like Toxin Analysis as a combat trick. Ooh, and Unauthorized Exit. So, right... It happened again! We are going on a 6 streak of opening ridiculous rares. I mean, there's a Glintweaver in this pack. There's a Shock. There's a Topiary Panther. For those of you just listening, not watching, don't worry. I'll get to the rare. It's an Aurelia's Vindicator. Yeah. I'm going to play that card. We have an Archdruid's Charm to search for it, too. Oh my gosh. Now, white didn't seem particularly open, but of course, this only costs a single white to flip up, so we're definitely putting a Plains in our deck with the Topiary Panther and playing Aurelia's Vindicator. Now remember, the last draft deck, I claimed that it was the best deck I've ever drafted. Can we perhaps match that with this deck? We'll see. If we get a Doppelgang, oh man. All right, so this pack is awesome. There is an Escape Tunnel, there's an Eavesdropper, but I'm taking Glintweaver, another incredible card in this type of deck that lets you come from behind, right? So now with a Glintweaver and Aurelia's Vindicator in our deck and Coerce to Kill, we can actually get away with playing the Rampant Growth spell, the 2 and a green Rampant Growth spell. I only like playing that if you can come from behind. So cards like this allow you to do that. So I'm taking Glintweaver here, but we do need to prioritize mana fixing. If we do see mana fixing, I'm probably taking it over just about anything. All right, taking another Tunnel Tipster here. I know some people are going to look at the Assassin's Trophy. I'm actually not a big fan of this card in general. I know it's really tempting. You look at this card and it says kill anything. Great, right? But think about it this way. It's not a cheap removal spell. If you cast this on turn 2, you're going to lose most of your games because you're down a card and you Rampant Growth your opponent. So you have to look at this as kind of an expensive removal spell where the land could still help your opponents out. So it's okay. Like, you can play it, but it's not something that I'm excited to pick early. I'm much more excited about the Bubble Smuggler that I took. Not the Bubble Smuggler, excuse me, the Tunnel Tipster than that card. Here, I'll take a Culvert Ambusher. Just continue taking the green cards. We're just like green splashing everything. Can we splash Torch the Witness? All right, I think it's time for 5-color green. It's 5-color green. If we do this, we're going to have to prioritize fixing very, very highly, right? But all the other pips in all the other colors are singular, right? So, I mean, we're just mono green splashing everything. So we do have to be mindful of that when we take cards of other colors, but we have double Gravestone Strider. This might be a triple Gravestone Strider deck, but there's nothing else in this pack that I want. And Torch the Witness is the type of removal spell that you splash for because it's a 2-for-1. Right? Everything here is going to be... We're looking to get 2-for-1s here. Here, we'll take Loxodon Eavesdropper on colored card. And, oh, yeah, love me a Repulsive Mutation. This card is an absolute bomb as well. There is a Public Thoroughfare, but anytime there's a bomb-level card, I gotta take that. The Surveillance Monitor is also okay, but I don't think it's as good as the Repulsive Mutation. Repulsive Mutation is insane. Okay. This deck is looking incredible. I mean, our spells are just almost all uncommons. Repulsive Mutation, Torch the Witness, Coerce to Kill, Urgent Necropsy, Archdruid's Charm, and Get a Leg Up. We have some 2-drops, some face-down creatures. We have a comeback mechanism. We have okay mana fixing in the Topiary Panther and double Gravestone Strider. Certainly need to prioritize that in the last pack. I guess I'll take the 2-drop if we end up a base blue-green deck. I'm just taking the Jaded Analyst just in case we need twos if we end up being blue-green. But I guess it makes the most sense to be like green-black or green-blue. So if we take cards in other colors, it's going to be blue or black, I think. Here, this does not feel like a Fanatical Strength deck. I'll take a Hotshot Investigators in case we need another random large creature to ramp into. This is certainly not a Crime Stopper Sprite deck or a Person of Interest deck. I guess this is a 3-mana card if I end up playing blue. There's an Offender at Large. This one almost certainly is not making it. Escape Tunnel. Nervous Gardener. The Rampant Growth spell. The 3-mana Rampant Growth spell. Topiary Panther. Those are all cards that we're going to prioritize very highly going into the last pack. Because now our power level is very high. We want to play lots of forests. But we do want to get the mana fixing. So Public Thoroughfare also is something that we'll take. And we do need to prioritize it. So here, yeah. Definitely slamming Nervous Gardener. Great pack here. Perimeter Enforcer, great aggressive creature. Bite down on crime, a nice piece of interaction. Tunnel Tipster, also good, of course, in case of the Burning Masks. But we are slamming Nervous Gardener. This card is going to be... This card's an MVP level card in this deck, right? Because it just really allows us to get all the different lands we need and make our deck function. Okay. What do we take out of this pack? Okay, so Maverick Thopterist is just a great card. If we're a blue-green based, we can just take it and play it. And it has one of the highest win rates. It puts a bunch of bodies in play. I think I take it. I can take the on-color card in the Lockstone on Eavesdropper. There's a cheap removal spell in Long Goodbye or Extract. But I'm going to take the Thopterist. We also have 2 copies of Gravestone Strider. So we can actually improvise this and play this for a cheaper cost. So let's go ahead and take that. And like I said before, we will make sure we prioritize mana fixing. So I'll take the Lush Portico here. Over Scene of the Crime, I think it's just a much better land. So let's take that. And, Nervous Gardener. I almost took Public Thoroughfare. Another Nervous Gardener. Really happy about that. You can play it turn 2 in a pinch. Definitely don't want to do this. Somebody actually gave me a really great heuristic for this. It's just basically, you never play this turn 2. So like on the play, you just don't play it. The times you play this turn 2 is when you're on the draw and your opponent plays a 2-drop. That's kind of when you want to play out the Nervous Gardener if you don't have any other plays. And I think that's a really good baseline to go with when you're drafting with the card. All right, so it looks like we're going to be kind of a blue-green based. We could play the Smuggler here if possible. What do we take here? Maybe the Granite Witness. Not really excited about any of these cards, to be honest. I guess the Crowd Control Warden's easier to flip over. And this pack, I'm taking Gravestone Strider. Look, we have so much power, we can afford to play a bunch of Gravestone Striders. Because in the late game, we have so many just innate forms of card advantage. In the Eavesdropper, Thopterist, Glintweaver... I guess this isn't really card advantage. We can just play the Gravestone Striders because this basically just turns on our deck. So we're looking at kind of 20 cards here. And like I said, at this point, especially since we're not getting all the fixing, we're going to have to lean pretty heavily on the Gravestone Striders. But I mean, triple Gravestone Strider, double Nervous Gardener, Panther, and a land is not the absolute worst. Take a Savior, probably not playing it. And then we're going to probably fill out the rest of the deck with some of these other blue cards. Now we're going to take... we're splashing some black. I could use another piece of removal. So I suppose I'll just take and extract a Confession here. Especially with triple Gravestone Strider, double Nervous Gardener, Topiary Panther, and a Swamp, we have 7 black sources. Which is quite good. But I don't know if Slice is good enough to splash. I'll just play a Deduce here. Look, Deduce draws us into more gas. All right, I'll take another Extract. That's a lot of Extracts. We might have to shift gears here and go back to green-black. Might have to go back to green-black. I don't know about that Maverick Thopterus pick. Maybe that one was a little bit... maybe that one was going a little too deep. This actually might be a little bit ambitious to play on the double splash. Unless we try to be blue-green. All right, let's combine everything and sort this the way that I would like. I think I can cut one black for a blue. All right, so I've split up the spells, and now we just have to look at the rest of these cards to see if there's something we need. With the triple Extracted Confession, especially if we put it here, that gives us something to do on turn 2, but I don't think it's super reliable to do on turn 2 because we're only playing with the 4 swamps. It's more of a turn 3 play because turn 3, between the triple Gravestone Strider and the 4 swamps, you should be able to extract the Confession turn 3. But I do like just having basically cheap ways to get rid of threats, and then so that we can win with our bombs in the late game. Our bombs being Aurelius Vindicator, Glint Weaver, Maverick Thopterist, cards of that nature. But this looks pretty good. I hope the mana works. Let me know how you would build this mana base. It's a little bit difficult to figure out, but let's give it a shot. Okay, round 1. We'll note that I did tinker around while I was waiting in the queue, and we've actually shifted the deck a little bit. I've removed the Extracted Confessions because I was just looking at it and Maverick Thopterus just seemed way too hard to cast. And I feel like it's more important to try to make a mana base where that can happen more often. And I wanted more mana sinks, so I'm playing Deduce, Hotshot Investigators, and I cut the extracts. And now I'm now only splashing black for the Coerce to Kill and the Urgent Necropsy. Man. Really wish I had an escape tunnel. I know we had some opportunities, but every time we had the chance to take an escape tunnel, we took like an awesome uncommon. Ooh, we drew the island. See? Look at that change. That's a turn 4 Maverick Thopterist. Wow, our opponent did nothing turn 3? I guess I'll attack. And we will play a Nervous Gardener here. Ooh, and they cycled the... Were they in our draft? That would have been funny. I mean, we saw an Escape Tunnel and a Crozen Tusker. Obviously, Escape Tunnel is... I understand that Escape Tunnel is something you see often, okay? Leonin Relic Warder? Oh, on my MVP? How dare you? Well, I'm attacking with my face down card. You want to trade? No trade? Rude. All right, well, let's just go ahead and play the Eavesdropper here. We got the best card in our deck, the Vindicator, and we have 2 Nervous Gardeners to get whatever we need. Let's see what they do. Next turn, we can flip up the Gardener, get a Mountain, and then use the clue from the Eavesdropper to improvise out Maverick Thopterist. Seems like a pretty decent turn. Okay, they use Archdruid's Charm to kill my Eavesdropper, which I am fine with. Let's go ahead and attack. We drew the Plains naturally for the Vindicator, but I kind of like waiting till the very end to Vindicator unless I'm really behind on board. So let's go ahead and flip this over. Get our Mountain. And play the Thopterist. Boom. Lot of value there. Do I double block? Oh. All right, they've got some great cards too. I mean, they just played Archdruid's Charm and Tristani. Tristani gives a creature double strike for 3 mana. It might be time for Aurelius Vindicator. Doesn't give trample, fortunately. I'm just going to take it. They can deal 6 damage to me if they want. Oh, and we drew Archdruid's Charm. Although that's not going to be enough to kill. That's not going to be enough to kill the Tristani because I don't have a 3/3 in play. They kept up 3 mana. I wonder what they have. Let's just go ahead and attack with our Flyers. and just play 2 face-down creatures. Which one should I play first? What do you think? Should I play the Nervous Gardener first or the Vindicator first? Let's see. If I were my opponent and I had a bite down on crime, would I kill the first face-down creature or the second one? I would kill the second one. Some shell games here. Oh man, Tristani is such a beating though. I'm gonna block with the Thopterist. Do I double block and just make them use mana this turn? Doesn't seem bad. They can give it... Oh gosh. No, let's just block with the Thopterist. The reason why I'm blocking with the Thopterist is I can use Aurelia's Vindicator to exile the Thopterist, and I would rather get that back than the Nervous Gardener. By the way, it's a complete disaster if they kill Vindicator. We can Vindicator for 3. Face up Nervous Gardener. Interesting. Oh, okay. So they keep leaving up lots and lots of mana. Hotshot Investigators is also not a bad thing to go for here, just to bounce the Tristani. I'm at 14 life. I do need to be careful about the +3/+3 and trample card. I mean, I can just wipe their board, or I can just bounce Tristani. I guess if I bounce Tristani, it's hard for them to double strike and trample. All right, let's go ahead and just play the Investigators for now, because that also gives us a target for Archdruid's Charm. Let's go ahead and bounce Tristani. Airtight Alibi. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's really good. I'm actually going to... So how much is it to give Double Strike and Death Touch? 5 mana? Alright. Let's relax for a turn. I think we've exhausted most of their tricks now. They might have a bite spell left. So next turn, I believe, is going to be the Aurelia's Vindicator turn. We can... So they're giving that Vigilance. Alright, so what if they have +3/+3 in Trample? And they give it Double Strike. So they have 7 mana available. So they 2 mana +3/+3, 3 mana Double Strike. And oh wow, they have 7 mana. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna die to the pump spell? I don't think we can beat the pump spell. Because that's what, 18 damage? Unless we block with 5 creatures. That would be crazy if we did. If we block with all 5 creatures, we go down to 1. Is this crazy? Is this crazy? This might be crazy. I'm just looking at kind of the only way I can lose from this spot. I mean, obviously I can just lose because they just have like way too much. But I have an Archdruid's Charm with the Vindicator. So I'm really just trying not to die to that. And this could be me playing... I mean, it's either a single block or block with these 5, right? I mean, they eat my entire team if they do this. But they basically tap out. And we can Vindicator for 4 next turn. The thing is, all they need to do is give Double Strike and Death Touch, and we're in a lot of trouble. We basically tap them out for the most part. They're giving it double strike. Okay. All right, let's go get our swamp. Let's play this. Actually, maybe it's the investigators. Yeah, let's do the investigators. All right, what you got? Rubble Belt Maverick. We have the Glint Weaver here to follow up. They could have a bite spell here. What else do I have to get with the charm? Okay, never mind. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Do I Glint Weaver? So is there a reach spell? There's Get a Leg Up. So if I want to play around Get a Leg Up, then I can just play Glint Weaver. Yeah. And let's go 1 here and 2 there. I can't think of another reach spell, so. And this just still puts my opponent on 2-turn clock. And our opponent is a little bit salty. As expected, whenever you get vindicated, that's the thing. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy block. I don't know. I just would have felt so bad if my opponent cast the +2/+2 spell there. Oh, they found the answer. Okay. They found the answer. But remember, it doesn't put it into play. It does not put it into play. It puts it into the hand. Ooh, I could have put a counter on. So they're going to Relic Warder and face this up, but we got this still. We got this still. So they're going to play this and a face-up Nervous Gardener. And we're going to... Yeah, we're good. So we're going to put a +1/+1 counter on my creature. Put a +1 target creature you control. Do that. And that comes back. And let's just bounce Nervous Gardener. Kaboom! Kaboom! It just took all of our busted bombs, but we got there. We got there. Would you have just single blocked there? Yeah, I'm not sure. This is kind of a slow hand. I do have Mutation, which is pretty good. I have a decent number of 2s. I think I have 3 Gravestone Striders, and I have a couple Nervous Gardeners too that I can play face up in a pinch. Really happy to draw the Gravestone Strider. All right, Seasoned Consultant from the opponent. We'll run out the Gravestone Strider. Nervous Gardener was a fantastic draw. Easiest block of my life. Like, I guess Auspicious Arrival, but we're not even in a rough mana spot. We drew Island, Forest, Plains, so. Face down card. Ooh. I'm hoping that does cool things at some point in this game. It probably should. Here, this could be the 3/2, so I'm just going to block Seasoned Consultant. Or Granite Witness. Could be Granite Witness. There's a couple of creatures that's bad if you block with a 1/3 creature. And it's Granite Witness and the Mausoleum Nightwatch. Like the one that they played. Oh, we just naturally drew Swamp. Okay. Is this the turn where we leave up the Repulsive Mutation? Or do we just play another face down card? Probably just another face down card. I think we still need to develop our board a little bit more. Let's go ahead and play the Ambusher face down. Because I'm going to get a mountain here, so hard casting this might not be super easy. I mean, I know we have a Gravestone Strider, but We do want to get a big creature in the yard. They have 4 mana up, so we should definitely block the face down card. Now, do I want to trade Culvert Ambusher for a token here? That doesn't seem very good. I think this is the only block we make, and we just take 6. Then if they have a combat trick, they have a combat trick. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go get our mountain. Yeah, I mean, this was a lot of damage for sure. So we're at 9 life. They have 2 mana up. I can play a face-down creeper. I can also just play a face-up Vengeful Creeper. Or I can just pass. I'm just going to pass. I'm going to pass. The reason being is I can flip up my face-down card, or I can cast Repulsive Mutation and make a really large creature, and then they can't really attack us. This looks like it's a Granite Witness, okay. I hope they play like a removal spell or something to get my face-down card out of the way. Okay, if this is another +3/+3 spell, that's pretty bad, I guess. But there's not too much we can do about it. Ooh, can we Necropsy? That's an artifact, right? Like if they have a combat trick? Do we just trade here and then Necropsy? That might actually be the play. Because that allows me to do it for 7. So it's 4 and 2. All right. Target artifact, enchantment. Okay, so face down card. I can actually counter this. I can counter this and put a bunch of counters on my Gravestone Strider. And then I can use the Necropsy to kill the 2/2 and the Witness. For, I guess we just do this for 4. Okay, yeah. Now the question here is, do we choose to go for the Necropsy now or later? Probably now. So let's do this. Artifact, and I think I care more about the... Like, they only have 1 creature in play, so let's just kill the 2/2 here instead. Okay. Okay. I need to do this for 4. All right. Portico. Yes, please. All right. I mean, we're at 3, but I think we did a good job of stabilizing that turn. Makeshift Binding. Okay. Yep, that works. Now, as long as they don't play a pump spell here, we go down to 2. Kind of want to bounce the Consultant. They're stuck on mana, and now we have a creature in play. I want to be able to kill the bind. Actually, killing the binding is not even that big of a deal, right? Probably playing a Thopterus next turn just to have a wide board. Looks like they're casting... No. Oh, V2 Ghazi Inspector. Okay. And then we can play... Ooh, we can play the Gravestone Strider into the Maverick Thopterist. There we go. No attacks. We're at 2 life. We're at 2 life. They have all spells in hand. If they have another +3/+3 and trample spell, then not too much we can do about that. But we're trying our best to fight through everything that they had. That is a face-up Vengeful Creeper. And We will play a face-up Topiary Panther. Can't attack as this thing has reach. We're at 2. They're at 24. Like I said, it's basically impossible to play around the big trample spell. Case File Auditor, let's hope they miss. They already have Makeshift Binding. They're going to find... Okay, so they didn't find anything. That is great for us. They didn't attack us. Also great for us. And now we can play double face-down creature. All right. It's just really hard because we're not really in a position to attack. And we're at 2 life. Like, I can attack with the Panther, I guess. Maybe next turn I can attack with Panther. Okay, Inside Source. They have 1 card left. We have 8 creatures to their 6. Let's flip up Disguised Witness. All right, we need to find some action. Let's go get just another forest. We have Archdruid's Charm in our deck. Coerce to Kill! That is a great, great draw. Because now we can steal the Vengeful Creeper. I could also steal V2 Ghazi Inspector and get in the air. But I feel like just attacking with the Panther is pretty good. Let me think about this. Because if I steal the Inspector, it's a 2-2. Now let's steal the biggest creature. And then we can attack with our 6-5 and our 4-4, I think. And just start whittling through some of their creatures is kind of what I'm looking to do. Like killing the V2 Ghazi Inspector here is pretty great for us because then we can start attacking with our flyers. Like it's a good trade for them in the sense that I traded my 4-4 for their 2-4. Now, of course, they can have a combat trick. They don't have a great attack. All right, and now we can start beating down with more things. Let's attack with this, and our 2 Thopters. We still have 4 creatures back to their 4 creatures in play, and we'll be able to play a Gravestone Strider and get our Gravestone Strider back. Let's just make sure we don't die to, like, Out Cold or something. I mean, I kind of want to flip this over just to do a bunch of damage anyways. They do need to be concerned about potentially the Crowd Control Warden here, which would be a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It would be an 11-11. So I feel like they probably do need to block the face down card if they want to play around Crowd Control Warden. It seems like they're doing that. Right, let's turn it face up. Let's kill the binding. And see what they got. All right, we got all 3 of our Gravestone Striders back. Is this like an on the job? That doesn't do it. Oh, Repulsive Mutation. Okay. That's pretty good. Honestly, should I have kept a flyer back? Is there a way to give something flying? There's Fey Flight, I guess. On the splash? I don't know. And we needed to get something going. Now, Repulsive Mutation is a good splash. Now they have a 5-7 in play, so that makes it much harder for us to attack. So that was actually really, really good. Oh, into Buried in the Garden on my Coerce to Kill. God, and I flipped over my Creeper. What a turnaround. So now we can only really attack with our Thopters. Damn. Okay. All right, well, we have powerful cards of our own, okay? So we'll be leaning on some of that power to get us there. We drew another flyer, which is nice. I actually should have played my Granite Witness face down before I attack. I mean, I'm going to flip this up anyways next turn just to get in damage. Oh my gosh, what are these draws? Shiki, shiki. Relax there, friend. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, now it's like they might be slightly ahead. Yeah, I don't even know if we're ahead. They have 3, 4, 5, 7 creatures. We have 4, 5, 6. We have 9 creatures. Tunnel Tipster is pretty bad. They have a 5/7, which is by far the biggest thing in play. We're at 2 life. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, Granite Witness gets in. I need to chump like all of these. Like, what happens if I still attack with all the flyers? Because I don't want to block with Granite Witness. I mean, I can block Inside Source, I guess. I mean, I feel like our game plan revolves around trying to win with these flyers. I mean, look, this is our game plan. This is a 3-turn clock with our flyers. If they make an attack that's a little too aggressive, we can attack back for lethal as well. We need a repulsive mutation of our own. That would be lethal next turn. Aurelia's Vindicator would be great, of course. They're at 9, we're at 2. We staved off the early beats. They were on the play and got us with a pretty brutal Fanatical Strength early. Yeah, but that, man, Repulsive Mutation is so good. Of course. Is this another removal spell? Okay. Well, that's definitely getting chumped. The Death Touch creature is going to attack. They have 1 card in hand. I'm going to play like that 1 card in hand is completely irrelevant. Okay, so this is a 4/4 Death Toucher. The question is, do I trade 2 creatures for it? I can do this. God, this is very brutal. I kind of want to keep the Tipster because if I draw the mana for the Vindicator, I can Vindicator for 2. I mean, this thing is just large. Maybe we just trade and chump. All right. All right, they have like a lot of food in their graveyard, but let's just exile something big. All right, we need to draw something. Something big. That is not something big. That is not something big. Okay. We are at 2 life. We cannot really attack. There's going to be some trading happening here. I mean, we don't have the worst blocks, and we could potentially go to 1. Glint Weaver would have been great. Archdruid's Charm for Angel would have been great. But that was absolutely a turn where we needed to draw something. All right. So this is a pretty straightforward block. 2 creatures here, 1 here. I believe... Well, actually, no. I'm going to block with a Thopter. Like I said, I think I value the mana from the Tipster more. So 2 creatures on the Detective, 1 on the Consultant. And we still have draws. We still have draws. You need to draw some lands. Holy cow. All right. 3, 4. Did they solve it? Solved. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess one good deck deserves another. Wow. Case of the Locked Outhouse. I mean, this was just a great game. A lot of good back and forth. But we leaned pretty heavily on like cards like Gravestone Strider to get us our mana. And our opponent just, instead of playing Gravestone Strider, played like just more good cards. It is a cost, right? It is a cost to play a card like this in your deck. Definitely. I mean, we can still draw... If we don't die this turn, we can still draw the Angel. And that could get us back in. So I'm keeping these Tipsters... Keeping these Tipsters around. I'm keeping this in play because it's a better blocker. But of course, if they play a Flyer, it's not great. What do I want to exile? Another 5 mana card, maybe? All right, Angel! We need an Angel! How about a Forest? Very untimely. Very, very untimely. And now, I mean, the case of the Locked Hothouse on an even board is just too much to overcome. It's okay. It happens. Unfortunately, can't get the 7-0 like we did in the other one, but let's still hope for a good record. I do believe in this deck. I think this deck has lots and lots of power. We're 1-1. Just again, quickly, decided to go with the blue here instead of the Extract the Confessions. Having both the Charm and the Angel is just so nice, right? Because that just gives you 2 copies of the Angel. So needed to find one of those cards in the top 20. Okay, opponent's going first. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this. We have a turn 2 Tunnel Tipster. Ooh, even drew the island. Don't think I want the Ambusher here. Wouldn't actually mind hitting a couple of lands in a row. Let's go ahead and start with the Tunnel Tipster. And then we have Coerce to Kill and Maverick Thopterus, so it's kind of interesting what we choose to get with the Topiary Panther. They're playing Jaded Analyst and missing their land drop. Okay. I can wait on the Panther. I'm not in a huge rush here. So I'm just going to run the Bubble Smuggler out. Make my Tipster a little bit bigger. It also buys me 1 turn to try to figure out what I need to draw. Although I will say, getting a red so that I can cast Get a Leg Up is super nice for a lot. Our opponent's stuck on 2. We do need to punish them somehow. But sadly, we won't be able to in the near future. It's like, do we get a red or a black? I think it's the red. Yeah. Us not being able to punish them here is a little bit sad. Yep. Projector Inspector. I don't think I want to steal that. They can attack me with Jaded Analyst, I guess. Wow. That's suicidal. I'm just going to say. They have no regard. They have no regard. Oh my. I mean, what if it's a 5/5? I don't really feel like trading Get a Leg Up for this. I guess I just take the 3. Wow. All right. Anyways. Ooh, Gravestone Strider was a fantastic draw. Yeah, so because now I can just do both, right? I can play Gravestone Strider. I don't get to keep up Get a Leg Up, but I think that's fine. I just put more permanents in play, and that just allows me to cast Coerce to Kill. And happy enough trading the Maverick Thopters for either of these 2 creatures. Now we have a Get a Leg Up for 6. We can flip the bubble thing and cast Get a Leg Up, especially if they tap out. They seem like the type of player that'll just block with a million things. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, they're attacking. Look at them. Look at them. No regard for anything. Think I'm going to hold off on the Coerce to Kill here. And I'm going to attack with Bubble Smuggler. They're probably going to just make some wild block. Okay, they didn't. We'll smack them for 6. Okay. All right, we got to kill them quick now. We got to kill them quick. That changes. Chalk Outline kind of changes the equation here. I'm going to steal the Fairy Snoop. Yeah, I mean, I know they can use Chalk Outline with the Gravestone Strider. Oh, look at them. All right. Insidious Roots as well, making a bunch of things. I'm glad I stole the flyer, though. Hotshot Investigators. Okay. That's also really good. Let's go ahead and bounce Gravestone Strider. No, let's just... Yeah, let's block. Let's bounce this so they can't go off with it. Well, no, let's just bounce this and attack with everything. This is super lethal. Well, actually, they get 3 blockers. So if they block, like, I don't know. I mean, wait, how did they get 2 things? Oh, they exiled a thing from their graveyard. Sure. 3 plus 8, 11. Okay, so they actually get to block everything. Yeah, we'll see how they block. Yeah, maybe I should have bounced the Gravestone Strider. I mean, I can choose to not kill... I can choose to not kill the Gravestone Strider. Let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3... Oh, this is getting through? Okay. All right. We got them before they got to do their thing. Get a leg up. Get a leg up. Pretty ridiculously powerful. Even in a deck like this where you're like, oh, this is like a control deck that tries to go late. I mean, every deck still wants to play a bunch of creatures. And so just 1 mana, you're just getting such a good rate for 1 mana. All right, on the play this time, we're keeping. We got 3 lands, Nervous Gardener, Repulsive Mutation, Gravestone Strider, and Panther. So this is set up nicely for us to draw one of our many amazingly powerful creatures. Let's lean with the Portico. What do we got? Island. Don't need Island. We have plenty of mana here. 3 lands with Nervous Gardener and a Panther. Let's go ahead and lead with the Gravestone Strider. I'm actually playing 16 lands in this deck. I have double Tipster, Panther, plus double Gardener. And I had fear of getting flooded. All right, so we got the Nervous Gardener. They played a what? I have never seen this card played before. Sanctuary Wall. Okay. The walls are officially up. All right, so I'm not cycling the Panther here. I am simply just casting it. We're going to keep up Repulsive Mutation. This is a pretty good opportunity to use it if they play something, and I can pump my Nervous Gardener. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. Let's do it for 2. Target my Nervous Gardener and the Servitor. I don't want to target my Strider because it doesn't attack through Sanctuary Wall. And Torch the Witness is interesting, but I don't want to use it on the wall. So let's just go ahead and attack. Maybe I should have attacked with both. I don't think they're chumping with Sanctuary Wall, though. Let's keep this face down for now. See what they choose to do. Torch the Witness was a great draw. Case of the... Okay, so they're going very deep. They might be a Niv Mizzet deck. It's possible, or they're just using this for mana fixing. They went and got a Plains? Okay. Yeah, I guess to tap. Sure. Thing is, they can't really tap the face. You know what's funny is I might actually not want... Well, it depends on what they do with their mana. Okay, they played a Krenko. Okay. Is this an artifact? Interesting. All right, we're going to kill Krenko. They're going to attack us. No blocks. Take 3. Let's go ahead and fetch a mountain. Actually, do we have other red cards? We have the Thopterist. Okay. Ooh, Vengeful Creeper is nice too. All right. I kind of just don't want Krenko to get out of hand. So I'm going to kill it. Target it for 2. Then let's go ahead and attack with both of our creatures, and then we can face down the Vengeful Creeper. And then we can flip it up to kill Sanctuary Wall if we need. And we're good. We have 4 of our colors. The Gravestone Strider gives us the black. We have a Panther in hand that can get us a black in a pinch, but I'd rather just cast a 6/5 Trampler. So it looks like they're what? Like a Mardu control deck? Something like that? If they don't do anything, they're going to stun my Nervous Gardener with the Sanctuary. Yep, that is definitely happening. So this also gets stunned. Attack step. Are they going to stun it? I guess there's actually, unless they block, there's no reason to flip this up right now. Right? Because I can flip it over next turn. So I think I just play the Panther. Because the Sanctuary Wall is also tapped. I'd rather just add an extra creature to the battlefield. If they have a removal spell, they're just going to kill my Panther anyways. Like, why would you kill the face-down creature that could just be like a Nervous Gardener? We also have Granite Witness to tap something down. They're at 8 life. So things are looking really, really good for us. Unless they play like a Niv Mizzet or something. 3, oh, is this a Wrath? No, it's a Meddling Youths. Well, that's not attacking us. That would be a very bold attack. I'll just take the damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack with both. Gadget Technician. All right, let me think about this. Do I want to kill that? No, I still want to just kill the wall. I don't have a lethal attack here. Oh, well, if they block like that. If they block like that, then we just flip this up and kill the Thopter. I mean, if they're gonna do that, like I can't turn down the free haumphing of a creature, right? You can't turn down a free haumphing of a creature. It's just not a thing. All right, so they're gonna tap down our Panther. No, they won't tap down a Panther. They don't have the mana to anymore. We have a Granite Witness to tap something down. What do I want to tap down? Probably the Innocent Bystander. This gets eaten too. Yeah, let's just... I can't see how this goes wrong. I literally can't see it. Because the Innocent Bystander can block a Vengeful Creeper and draw them a card. So I figured this is a better thing to do. Looks like a combat trick, maybe? Oh, that's pretty good. Toxin Analysis gains him some life. I can crack this. I don't think I want to add to the board, so let's just do that. The classic good game played out. I know a lot of people do this on Arena. It is a peeve of mine. I have now revealed that peeve. If you type good game, concede. All right, 2-1. 2-1? 3-1? 2-1. 3-1, just kidding. 3-1. Ooh, playing against Riser. It's a well-known... I forgot his name. It's a well-known Japanese pro. On the draw, yeah, this hand's okay. We got the tipster on turn 2. Ooh, turn 1 Maverick. I mean, that's kind of how we lose with this deck, is if we get run over. So our opponent playing a 1-drop on the play when our hand isn't the fastest. Land here would be good. Ooh, Urgent Necropsy is definitely a way to get back some of the lost tempo. Okay, let's play... They didn't play a 2-drop, which is good. But I would really, really love to draw a land here so that I can go turn 3 Nervous Gardener, flip up. That, I mean, it just makes a world of difference. That, like, being able to play this Nervous Gardener. They went and fetched the Swamp with the Topiary Panther. Like, if we draw land next turn, I just feel like our win rate skyrockets. And if we don't, we could still be okay, but not... Oh, Insidious Roots. Interesting. Oh, and they get to make a creature, and we didn't draw land. We didn't draw land. You know, I feel like this happens a lot when I play against good players. Just, like, I get in my own head. Not that I could have done... Like, this was clearly a keep. It's just... When you need something to happen, it just doesn't. Now, we do have the Urgent Necropsy to kill the Insidious Roots. They do have Hedge Whisperer, though. Double Insidious Roots? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a bite down on crime? Oh, this is brutal. What the heck? They literally got a constructed start here. This is, oh my gosh. I mean, this is savage. I think I have to play the deuce to try to draw a land. They're going to go land, exile. Well, at least it doesn't, I mean, look, I'm still going to take 5, but at least it doesn't, at least they don't get triggers from the Insidious Roots. So I need to kill Hedge Whisperer and Insidious Roots. Wait, did they have a creature? They didn't have a creature, did they? Oh, they had a Vitu-Ghazi Inspector too. Yeah, it's over. Okay. Yeah, this one's over, folks. I mean, yeah. Good beats. I don't know if we would have won even if we drew the land. Holy cow. I've never lost that quickly to Insidious Roots before. But I feel like when you watch, I mean, Insidious Roots doesn't really happen to me when I'm playing offline. It just happens when I'm recording. So you get to see it. Sweet brew, Mr. Riser. You literally brought your brought your Murders at Karlov Manor block constructed Insidious Roots deck, and you got to live every dream. I mean, look, think about what they did. They played a Rubble Bolt Maverick, milled some stuff, panthered into land, and then went Insidious Roots into Insidious Roots, bite some... Oh my gosh. Anyways. I'm going to keep this hand. We need a land. It's a 2-lander with Nervous Gardener, Gravestone Strider. Gravestone Strider helps fix. We just need 1 land. We just need 1 land to be able to play the Nervous Gardener face down, and hopefully that unlocks our hand. Our opponent mulliganed here. If we don't draw land, I'm going to be very, very sad. All right, we drew a Deduce that we can cast off the Gravestone Strider if we don't draw land next turn. I would love to just naturally draw land, though. Okay, we didn't, so we're going to cast Deduce. All right, we drew at least, I mean, everything is a little bit delayed, but we drew the land. Is this exile target attacking creature? Okay. All right, so they're probably going to play a face down card. Another land here would be phenomenal. Now, we haven't missed a land drop yet, but we had to cast the Deduce. If we can find a land here, then we can play Nervous Gardener. Okay, no land. Interesting. So I can actually play Tipster over the Gardener here. I think I actually like that because that also leaves up Get a Leg Up. It's still like it still acts as if we drew a land. And if now I can block their morph, and if they flip something up, I can cast Get a Leg Up. All right, they chose not to attack, and it is our turn. Ooh, Urgent. Okay, that's good. That's good. Wow. You can defend getting any color, but anyways, I'm gonna get black though because we have 2 black cards in our hand. And let's flip it up now so we don't miss any land drops. And the nice thing here is we still have Get a Leg Up with the Gravestone Strider that we have in play. This is probably a Dog Walker or a Gadget Technician. If they're passing with 4 mana up, that's what it tells me. Although it's interesting they didn't have another play here. Maybe it's just a removal spell, like a Lightning Helix. It's a Galvanize on my Tunnel Tipster. Do I want to save this? I kind of need the mana. I mean, if they shock it again or galvanize it again, that's fine too. Oh, and it was a Dog Walker. All right, so if they attack with everything, I mean, they can have any number of tricks. Ooh, can I like Granite Witness somehow? And all right, well, let's see how they attack. If they attack with everything, I'm just blocking a dog. If they attack with the Dog Walker, I'm all, what's in your hand? How are you not playing a single thing? That's so bizarre. I mean, it feels like it's just I feel like it's just a Maverick Thopterist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can crack the clue. I can also play a Granite Witness face down, and then just start attacking in the sky while growing the Tipster. I mean, this is just too tempting. It's just too tempting to cast that, to be honest. Gonna keep some mana up, crack this clue end of turn. Sanitation. They could just be really flooded too. We have 3 mana, so we can actually kill a Dog Walker and a token. I mean, this Necropsy is gonna be pretty good. I mean, they're not attacking us. All right, so let's draw a card. Okay, let's attack with our flyers. And I'm just gonna play another Tipster and the Granite Witness. This will grow our Tipsters. Basically, just have to be mindful of On the Job and Fuss Bother, but we have a bunch of 2/2s that can just get in the way. Okay. All right, so they made a 4/4. I can steal that, and it'll be a 3/3 Death Toucher. Yoink! And let's start attacking here. Sadly, I don't have the mana to flip this up, because I can only do it once per turn. Could have also attacked with maybe a 2/2 Tipster, I don't know. But, I mean, I don't see them, like, I guess they could have a Wrath. So, Boros Wrath is weird, but I'm just saying, you know, we have such a good board here, we don't really need to play too much more into this. Aurelia's Vindicator is also a card we need to be mindful of. But yeah, let's just go ahead and tap the Dog Walker and just bash. Get in there! Oh, they did have Not on My Watch. Okay. All right, so what does this put them down to? 0? I didn't do the math. All right, our deck got to do all the things, and we are now sitting at 4 and 2. We just need to dodge the Insidious Roots combo decks, apparently. But happy enough, getting to that 4th win. Okay, what do we have? We got a 2-drop. We have Necropsy with the Panther, which is nice. I have a Strider on turn 2. Yeah, this is a keep. Ooh, Tipster, even better. We can go turn 2 Tipster, turn 3 land cycle into Strider if we don't find another land. Definitely going to run out the tipster. It just gives us the most upside because if we just naturally draw a land next turn, we can just play the Eavesdropper. Wow, great start from the opponent though. Turn 2 Seasoned Consultant into turn 3 Steam Core Scholar on the play. The discarded Auspicious Arrival. All right, so we did naturally draw a land. That's great. Yeah, let's just go ahead and play the Eavesdropper then. What land do we get? Probably just Swamp. Yeah, definitely just... What do you mean probably, Paul? Definitely Swamp. Karlov Watchdog. Okay, that's something that I might be interested in stealing when I get the opportunity to. Oh man, they're going to attack us for so much. Jeez. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get a Swamp. I don't think we can play anything this turn. I'm just going to keep up Repulsive Mutation. Actually, if they attack with the Watchdog, I can block with the Eavesdropper, right? So it's not too bad. I mean, we're still taking a bunch of damage. And we have Counterspell available. So this feels kind of like that pivotal turn where if they don't completely blow us out, we'll be able to stabilize starting next turn with Coerce to Kill. And then if we draw a couple of extra lands, we have the Glintweaver, etc., etc. Yep, so this is a lot of damage coming in. Oh, man. Let's block here. All right, they cast On the Job. Okay, so we'll counter that. If I put a counter on my Eavesdropper, it still dies to the Watchdog, so I suppose I just put a counter on my Tipster. So I'll target here and counter that. And then I'm going to just... I might just steal this Steam Core Scholar just to buy some tempo back. Now, they can bounce it, which is kind of annoying, but this flyer could do... Like, I don't even... The thing is, I don't even have a great play otherwise, right? So let's just steal the Scholar and attack. Happy enough with this trade, if that is the trade that happens. Oh, Private Eye. Okay. Well, easy trade here. All right. Let's kill Private Eye on this clue, I think. Yeah. For 3. So I'll just exile this. Is that good? They're playing blue-white. I didn't want to get, like, mana leaked out or anything. So... Oh, another Private Eye. Good for you. So, I think... I might be able to play around Counterspell a little bit. So, while I can afford to play around it, I probably should. So I can play this face down. There's a delay here, which is good. And then the Tunnel Tipster grows. All right, let's crack a clue. Yeah, I'm really going to try to play around this glint. We play around at least Reasonable Doubt if I can. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's play another Gravestone Strider. Do we attack with the face down card? You have 2 cards in hand? Okay. Novice Inspector down. Perimeter Enforcer. Okay. They didn't attack me. That's interesting. Now do we play... The thing is, we just need to wait till we draw one more land. And I don't think that's going to pressure us enough. I think they're going to cast Reasonable Doubt here. Yes. Yes. All right. Good. Our spidey senses are working. This is great. All right. So this is going to get bigger. We take 3, but now we can play the Glint Weaver, hopefully. And we can play the land here too. Do I attack with the Bubble Smuggler? They might just block it. I just want to resolve this. If they have no more lies, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, come on. That's unreasonable. You know what I mean? That is just unreasonable. Man. We played around the other one. It couldn't play around both. And it was the one that I had to pay 3 mana for. All right, the only way we can win this game is by attacking. They have an interesting choice here because if they choose not to block, if they draw a Detective, they win. But if they block, they can draw a card and then make the Private Eye unblockable. So this is really close for them. So they're blocking. So they're playing a little bit of a safer game plan here. Perimeter Enforcer definitely helps with racing situations. The Private Eye can attack, but they drew a Detective. That's why they said oops, I think. They must have drawn a Detective. Yep. Okay. Is the Private Eye going to attack? All right. I think we might need another big draw here. Oh! That counts. That definitely counts. We're at 4 life. Oh my. Okay. Might as well just do it for 3 then. No. Let's do it for 2. If they had a combat trick, they would have used it already. Because we would have died to a combat trick because the Private Eye was unblockable. All right, let us draw a card here. We have all the different colors, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then let's attack with everything? Question mark? Is it a counterspell? Oh my gosh. All right, any Detective and we lose. No Detective. Please whiff. Please whiff. 1 turn. Whiff. Yes. Yes. What a close game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. It was like we played around the Reasonable Doubt. Then they had the No More Lies. So the Spider didn't stabilize us. Then it was a close decision. Had they chosen not to block with the Cold Case Cracker, they would have drawn a Detective and killed us right away. But it's a close call. It's a close call, right? Because if they don't draw a Detective, they're in such a bad spot because I can continue attacking for a lot. So don't blame the opponent for what they did. It just didn't pan out for them. Wow, that was a good game. That was a good game. I see Aurelia's Vindicator. I keep. We can't cast it though. But we got to turn 2 Tipster into Mutation. Our mana fixing is pretty good. So, and we just drew Granite Witness. That grows our Tipster. That's also nice. And we drew Topiary Panther. Okay, so let's play this face down. Actually, with 2 mana up, are we more interested in casting, in channeling the Panther? Or do we want to just play a Witness? Yeah, let's play the Witness. I mean, they could have Not on My Watch, but I don't think I'm supposed to play around it. Here, we're definitely getting a Plains. I'm just gonna say. It also allows us to flip the Granite Witness. So 3 mana up, no plays is highly suspect. Well, my plan, yeah, this doesn't change what I'm probably, I'm just gonna attack here. And then we'll just land cycle for a Plains. And then play a face down creature probably. Although maybe they have a Wrath. Like, what are they, like, why are they doing this? Like, you can't keep a hand that does nothing, right? They didn't have a counterspell either. You know, again, Spidey senses. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh man. We are feeling it. That's all I'm gonna say. We are feeling it here. That's when you're in the zone, right? You're just in the zone. You're just like, do they have a rare? Like seriously, do they have a rare? That's kind of where we're at. Oh my gosh. Now, if they have a second rare, I mean, look, I tried my best. I tried my best to play around. I played around one Wrath. This might be a makeshift binding. They're highlighting our cards. Nope. It's a card that you probably shouldn't play in a blue-white deck. There is the makeshift binding. Eavesdropper down. And we have options. You know, I think I'd rather hit my land drop than play this Gravestone Strider. Because I want to play this face down to get back my makeshift binding. So I'm going to crack a clue just so I'm going to try to avoid missing land drops. The thing is, if I draw a land, I can still attack with the tipster. Oh, that's a really awkward draw. The Nervous Gardener. Just because if... It's awkward in the sense... I mean, it's not bad. It's awkward in the sense that I can't just, like, play it face down and flip it up. But we're still going to play the Creeper and hope to draw mana source number 6 to be able to kill that makeshift binding. And we have a lot of attack here. We can tap something down with the Granite Witness as well. Nervous Gardener can get us the black source for Coerce to kill. I mean, we have a lot of action here. Novice Inspector. I guess they're really trying to turn this on. Is this going to be a face-up Granite Witness? If it's a face-up Granite Witness and we draw a land, probably just killing that. Although I can play the Nervous Gardener, flip it up, get a land, and then tap something. Okay, no, it's just a face-down creature. All right, we drew a land. Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, it's just too tempting not to just kill the makeshift binding, right? And attack. Yeah, I mean, this is just so much value. We get in for a bunch of damage. We have Vengeful Creeper. We have Loxodon Eavesdropper. They're at 6 life. If they play just one creature this turn, it's a lethal attack. All right, Inside Source allows you to chump. We do have the Granite Witness to tap something down. Might be interested in doing that. This is a gadget. Okay, so they're just on like ultimate chump block duty. They certainly can't attack us. Case of the Filch Falcon has been turned on. Do we have a kill? We don't. I can turn the Granite Witness face up. Oh wait, if I turn this face up and I tap down the flyer, they take 4 from that. And then they have to block all of our ground creatures. I guess that's still not enough to kill them, huh? I do think I don't want to miss a land drop here. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is a little bit weird, but I'm going to play Nervous Gardener face down so I don't miss a land drop. I'm going to flip this up. I'm actually going to get Island instead of Swamp so that I can still tap something down. And then I'll play the Island, flip this up. I'll tap down Gadget Technician so that all my creatures can attack. And they don't really have great blocks. So didn't miss our land drops. We have double Gravestone Strider to cast Course to kill if possible. And basically we're making it so they just have to chump everything this turn. You die if you do that. You can't double. There's no world where you can double block. We wouldn't have tapped otherwise. You go to 3, you lose your board. 5 creatures to 1. Tunnel Tipster still grows on top of that. And basically they're on have another Wrath or die. Crack a clue. And even if they have a Wrath, we still have Vindicator as a follow-up. Out Cold doesn't do it. They're fighting the good fight. I mean, they could what? Can Binding do it? No. Okay. Where does that put us at? I think it puts us on 6. I think we're on 6-2. We're in 6-2, so we are playing, I believe, for the trophy. All right. Feeling good. This deck is really sweet. Alrighty. On the draw. This hand feels a little bit slow. I can't really cast any of my things. I can just play a Culvert Ambusher on 3. So I think this is a little bit too slow on the draw. I'm going to mulligan that one. We'll keep this one. We have a little more ways to come back. We still need to find a bunch of lands. I think the Coerce to Kill is going to be important for us to try to find a way to get back into this game. And the Eavesdropper maybe draws us extra lands. So I'm going to bottom the Vengeful Creeper there. The Gravestone Strider gives us the mana fixing. And yeah, we drew a land there. That's good. So we can go Gravestone Strider. We can face down the Vindicator. Not ideal. You want to play other face down cards if possible. I should have bottomed Gravestone Strider. I drew a second copy. Face down card here. Okay, we drew an island. That's good. Let's go ahead and play the Vindicator. And next turn we can go Eavesdropper into Coerce to Kill. Potentially. We'll see. Blue-green, though, playing against another blue-green deck usually means you're kind of in for a grindier matchup. What can they flip over here? It can be Granite Witness or Gadget Technician, so blocking with a 1/3, not ideal here. So we'll take it. Forensic Researcher, okay. Archdruid's Charm. We can go get the Vindicator that's face down. I'll play... Can I attack? No. I'll play Eavesdropper. So they attack with this creature, though, so it kind of tells me it's like... Probably... I mean, I guess the attack was completely free. Now it can be something gigantic. It can also just be Nervous Gardener. They just tap the green. No, double green. Oh, Topiary Panther. Land, please! Land, please! No, it's a delayed land. Interesting. So, I can use the Archdruid's Charm. If I draw a card off this clue, I can cast Archdruid's Charm to kill the Panther. If I don't, then that's problematic. I think I'm just going to play the Nervous Gardener face down. It's just the safest thing to do. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's just get a Portico. That's a white source. Let's flip it up. And yeah, we'll just take some damage here from the Panther. Oh, I can't get the Portico, never. Oh, wait, I can. Here it is. Okay. And then see what we have. Don't need an extra land now. Although, actually... yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Extra land is good with the face-down creature that we have. So maybe I should have. Huh. Gonna take 6. Just take it right on the face. Okay. Okay. So they just passed with a bunch of mana up. They passed with lots and lots of mana up. So I am also going to pass with lots and lots of mana up. They're probably going to flip this up. I mean, if they do anything, basically my plan is to kill the Panther. Unauthorized exit on that. Oh no, they know it's the Angel. You know what's actually interesting about that is I can flip this up and target the Panther, and they're going to have to replay it, right? That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, that's a good tempo play. I'm basically spending 5 mana to bounce their Panther, and I still have the Angel in my hand. I should have kept the land, though. That was greedy. We're going for the tempo plays here. Feel like we have a good shot at winning the late game. They're going for a tempo play too, right? With the unauthorized exit, so that's why we need to be extra careful and just not get run over at 12 life. They have Panther plus X, surveilling 1 here. If they just hardcast, Nervous Gardener in the graveyard. Panther back in hell. They have 2 cards plus Panther. They can't play the Panther though. They could land cycle if they really want. But then we just use Aurelia's Vindicator to get rid of a Panther. So can't complain about that. Yeah, in hindsight, I think I should have kept the land. It's okay. Play through it. If they, like I said, if they jam Panther, we are certainly going to just steal it with Coerce to Kill, I believe. What is this? What can this face down creature be? That's like what's confusing me, because they've never tried attacking with it. So I'm not sure. Is it? I don't know. All right. They're playing Panther again. Yep. They only have 1 mana here, though. So I can steal it, which is what I want to do. And then, do we attack now? No. Let's see. They can tap something too. Yeah. Like I said, we have the late game here. If they bounce the Panther again, they bounce the Panther again. But that just kind of resets the board, and then we can just start all over. All right. So they bounce the Panther with Consigned to Oblivion. They don't have a black source just yet, and they can't replay the Panther this turn, which is nice. And then next turn we can go Tipster, face down a card. I wonder if I should go Tipster, face down Vengeful Creeper. I guess it kind of just depends where I think I'm at. Wow, they just played actually nothing. That's really interesting. I don't think it's time for me to cast the Archdruid's Charm just yet. I want to just keep getting more mana in play. So let's play Tipster, and I'm not sure between these two. I'll go with the Creeper. I felt like they were holding a mutation before. Maybe this is a mutation. If it is, it's pretty bad. Okay, it's just Reasonable Doubt. All right. Well, good thing we didn't play the Aurelius Vindicator face down. they're like, oh man, we got the Vindicator. They were really hoping. They were really, really hoping. What are you? What are you? Face down card. So if they play Panther, I can kill it. I can kill it with the Charm again. Huh. This is quite the interesting attack. I mean, it's some kind of a pump spell. Oh, the Gravestone Strider can't block. I see. I'm just going to take the free block. Yep, it was still a free block. Okay. I do need to... I kind of want to kill that Greenbelt Radical. It doesn't trample anymore, but it's still just a 5/5. So do I use the Charm on that? I could. So what I would need to do is crack this clue. So let's start with that. We drew a land, which is really nice, because now we can go extra Tipster for extra mana. And then let's kill the Greenbelt Radical. Just so we don't die. All right. Now we have Aurelius Vindicator in hand. Now they have Oblivion in graveyard. We do have to be mindful of that. But we have 2 cards that will happily pitch to it and still keep the Vindicator around. All right, so they just play the Panther. I can flip up the Vindicator now. I can flip it up for at least 1. Ideally, I can do it for 2. All right, we can do it for 2. Yeah, we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it for 2 right now. I believe. I mean, I guess I could wait. What do I have in the yard? I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to do it for 2. They can tap something down if they want. It's just a huge tempo play. They just have to replay everything. And they still have to deal with the Vindicator. And I still just have, like, a bunch of stuff I can do. So these 2 get exiled. This has Ward 2, so they can't even really bounce it this turn. And I attack. They can play Axebane Ferox, I guess, but I don't have a blocker, so... And this, the Granite Strider can't block. And the Tipsters grow, so that's really good for us. They have 1 card in hand, and we have Aurelia's Vindicator. And if they kill the Vindicator, they have to replay all their stuff, and Vindicator has Ward 2. And Blue-Green has a tough time killing the Vindicator without a fight spell. Like I said, if they bounce it, that's okay. Pompous Gadabout. Okay, so they could have a bite spell here. They could have a bite spell here. Bite down on crime would get it done. Actually, any bite spell would get it done. Okay, but they didn't play anything. So that's really, really good. I'm going to play Granite Witness face down here. This thing has, it doesn't have vigilance. Let's play out this land. And let's attack. This has menace, right? Yeah. I mean, this is going to gain me a bunch of life. This is a lethal attack. Good game. Oh, I should have tapped down the Granite Witness. Oh, they have another consign. Okay. Why did they good game me? Oh, I can untap my creature too. So they have those two cards in hand. Do they actually think they have us? We'll play this face down. I'm just waiting. Nice, good game, friend. Should we block with the tipster? That doesn't matter. We'll block. We'll untap the eavesdropper. Has hexproof. Okay. Sure. Actually, let's block with the 3/2. Doesn't have trample, right? I just got to make sure. That was an ambitious good game. They really hoped that they got me there. With the Granite Witness, though, we were looking pretty good. And, I mean, might as well, right? For 5? 4, 5. 5. Yes! What a fitting way to get the trophy. What a fitting way to get the trophy than with an Aurelia's Vindicator 4/5. Could have done it for 7. Could have done it for 7. But finally got there with another sweet. This one wasn't just straight blue-green. And like I said, we did make that kind of swap at the end to make it easier to cast the Thopterus. And the Thopterus was great for us. But here it was. Didn't splash the Extract the Confessions. This was the deck. And I mean, we had so much power. Repulsive Mutation was incredible. This was mostly a fight spell. Like, taking the time off to go search for a creature is a pretty big cost. So this doesn't happen unless you're in an even board state. But hey, look, putting a counter on a creature and biting, and all just the versatility of this card was great. Urgent Necropsy frequently got 2 things, which is amazing. There's just a lot of artifacts running around that you don't really think about. And if you play against white, they're usually going to have a binding too. So really big fan of this card, and really happy to have first picked it. Coerce the Kill, Torch the Witness, everything was great. And the Gravestone Striders allowed us to cast all of our spells. And of course, Aurelia's Vindicator, second time we've had her. And second time she's helped us pick up a trophy. So, doing a little bit of coming back after kind of a really rough run after our rank 9. But now we are ranked 22nd, and we got a trophy with this awesome 5-color deck. Before I sign off, once again, big shout out to all the patrons. I did just start up a new Patreon channel. And if you wanted to support this content in another way, that would be the place to go. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos just like this. I'll catch you tomorrow.